bread.
Button has been.
Good morning, Midnight's Edge fans. We're here to tell you that we have so much more to offer you now at our Mixed Tees store. Not just t-shirts and hoodies, but we do have plenty of those, and new designs for that matter. You can also get mugs, and of course our brand new limited Amber Turds stained blanket. That's right, just for your bed or wherever you need it. So head on over to Mixed Tees now and get all your apparel and goodies from Midnight's Edge.
Get up, wake up, this is your final warning. It's time for Midnight's Edge in the morning. The gang is ready to go and it's time for the show. It's time for Midnight's Edge in the morning.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Midnight's Edge in the morning. It is Friday. It's the final Friday of November. We are reaching the end of the year. It's the end of the week, and we're all here. Joining me is Paulie from Midnight's Edge Espanol and the Latinos Land. How's it going?
Hey, Feliz Dia de Gracias post, which means leftovers and a lot of full bellies, hopefully. So,
Yeah. Speaking of full bellies, Mr. Chato is already working on the next round, isn't he?
Yes, I have to do the stretch and fold on my sourdough, so I'll get this done and join you. But you know, it has to be done, or you just don't get a good sourdough loaf.
Indeed, multitasking is the thing. An expert of that, of course, is Chris Brawley. How's it going?
Happy Friday, everybody. I'm just glad to be here, and I'm so thrilled that Paul got some more sourdough. I'm really happy for him. I know it's a quest. It's an ongoing quest.
Speaking of ongoing quest, Mr. Marvin Montanaro is questing between that Park Place and Geeks and Gamers, and he still finds time to join us, which we appreciate. How's it going?
It's a never-ending quest, gentlemen. I am still full from yesterday. I prepared pretty much the entire Thanksgiving meal for my in-laws and impressed my mother-in-law so much she bragged to God during the prayer before we had dinner.
Oh, wow. Well, that's nice. And speaking of questing, Tom is off on a quest of his own, but he'll hopefully join us before long here. Meanwhile, we have a couple of super chats to get us going. We have some topics as well. Packing Proton start us up for $20. Thank you so much. That is much appreciated. On Thanksgiving travels, he says, my 70-ish-year-old mother wanted to know two things. One, why is one guy saying 30 F-bombs every minute? And why did the Jewish guy think Schindler's List not being on a greatest comedy list was funny?
Well,
what is an F-bomb? I'm not sure. Am I missing something?
Oh, it's the top 100 variety comedy list.
I think that was just that
was Wednesday. No,
the
I was
Wednesday
here
show.
I was here for it.
Yeah.
Why did the Jewish guy? So I guess we're referring to Paul,
the house Jew.
Yeah. Think that Schindler's List not being on a greatest comedy list was funny. Paul, do you want to explain yourself?
Because Jews tend to be self deprecating people.
Okay.
And we will go to evil places to get a laugh.
It was a bit of gallows humor.
Yes, it's gallows humor. That's just it's a way for us to deal with not a very pleasant event, and an event where I lost most of my family. So
yes.
Yeah.
So the one way to deal with it is to find a joke somewhere.
Yeah,
you did.
And no humor's like gallows humor, I guess.
Yes.
And I guess she's talking about Tom. Does Tom
I should imagine so.
Yeah.
Well, Tom gets passionate.
No, I was the one with the F. I did a lot of the F-bombs that day. Yeah. Well, I'll take my responsibility of the F-bombs.
It's a PG-13 show.
So I apologize to your mother. Hopefully she had a happy Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Strictly speaking, we are not rated by the MPAA.
Yeah.
I do like it when you get onto when you're invited onto Jonas's show and he warns you at the beginning. No colorful language. And you have to respect that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I got in
Yeah,
trouble
maybe
one time
throw
on
in
that
some-
park. I got in trouble one time on that Park Place live stream for saying "damn."
Oof.
Oh,
Oh, well.
We just got demonetized. Thanks, Marvin.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
And now Packing Proton's mom is going to be sending us another complaint.
Yeah.
Send
Maybe I
all
can get by if I
complaints-
swear in Norwegian. Would anyone understand?
Oh, Hungarian's got some pretty good swearing.
Yeah, but the beauty is that no one understands it outside of Hungary.
Well, yes.
Just the YouTube AI.
Well, yeah, that's true. It'll be able to translate it. And then you've got
Mhm.
fans out there who are translated. Now, so in Norwegian swearing, do you do the same as Hungarians where you beautifully mesh religion and bodily function together?
Yes.
Yes, okay. That's a European tradition.
Like a
Yes.
sacred feces.
That's right. Because religion is a bigger deal in Europe.
Yeah.
You know.
And you also tend to include, how shall we say it, sexual preference and the local
Yes.
wildlife. So yes.
Right. And they give
Mm.
us grief when they came over here.
Mm.
Said, what y'all doing
They
with
did.
each other back in the day?
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. To be sure, that was a slur, though. That was more like an encouragement, not something one takes pride in. But yeah. And then moving on, Drew Tipton says for $4.99, in case you don't hate Seth Rogen enough, does anyone remember Santa Inc. from a few years ago? Wish I could forget seeing the trailer. Vulgar crap.
That was
Is
the
that-
one.
Is that the one that he made with Sarah? This Christmas special made by Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman.
Yeah.
When two Jewish comedians made a Christmas special,
Well,
and it was just angry and like just ripping Christmas apart. I was so mad at that Christmas special.
Well, don't forget it is number one, it's a pagan holiday. Number two,
Yeah, sure.
it does feature the most successful Jew ever.
That is true. That is true.
You know,
That's right.
Just
And-
goes to
and-
show
and
you that.
I wish Drew hadn't reminded us.
It's
Right.
I never saw the show, but the trailer was beyond reproach.
Yeah.
Of course, Johnny
Wait.
Marks, don't forget, writer of some very classic Christmas songs. He was Jewish. Rudolph
Chato
the
is such
Red-Nosed
a,
Reindeer. I mean, come on.
It was such a vindictive Christmas, but like it was just two woke Hollywood elites who just ripping
Atheists.
apart everything that Christmas stands for. I really
I think probably them being woke Hollywood elite was more important
Yes.
than them being Jewish.
Yeah,
Just
we
being
have
else to be
enough
clear.
things that we're being blamed for right now than just giving us that Christmas special. It's just only so many things we can handle at the same time.
Yeah, so let's
Be
let
charitable.
me share which hat were they wearing at the time, and I think probably that was the Hollywood liberal elite.
Oh, yeah.
hat,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
more than anything else.
Yeah, Chato's a Hungarian Jew too, so it's like the European Jew, the Hungarian Jew. I mean, where you've come from, Chato, you should be applauded. Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
would by the way, I would 100% watch a Paul Chato Christmas special. Like
That would be
Canoe
awesome.
Man Saves Christmas or something like that. I
Yeah.
would watch
Do that.
the hell out of that.
Oh
I
god,
Yeah, I'd watch the shit out of it. You need to make that with AI or something.
bro,
I mean,
that's not even
use
fun.
AI
That
on
is
something
like
good.
that is a must.
I would
Chato saves Jesus.
it would go into my rotation every holiday
Yeah.
season. It's very rare new gets added to
Right.
that rotation.
We'll give
Yeah.
you the 2026 to make it, Paul.
There's
Yeah.
actually a great book on Jews in Hollywood who spent an enormous amount of time hiding their Jewishness, and the way they did it was writing these Christmas songs that have become staples.
Right,
Creating movies like White Christmas,
like Christmas. Yeah,
wanting to show that, like, desperate in many ways to fit into white America, and contribute to the story of those of those Christian archetypes. So that's where you got all that stuff.
One of my favorite Family Guy Christmas jokes was when Carter Peterschmidt cancels the Christmas carnival at the mall, and Peter's like, "Wow, Carter, people are starting to wonder if you're Jewish because they're saying you hate Christmas." He goes, "People think I'm Jewish?" And then the next shot is big picture of Carter and Jesus with like their arms around each other. It says, "Carter Peterschmidt and Jesus present the Christmas carnival."
Oh yeah,
some of my favorite Jews I saw the other night on the epic 4-hour 10 Commandments, Andre. Edward G. Robinson. Yeah, see, we're gonna go find the Messiah. See,
he was Jewish.
They were all great. Vincent Price, you had Ann Baxter and Yul Brynner as.
It's a great movie.
God, it's so good.
Well, and you had that terrific non-Jew as Moses.
I am a Hebrew.
Is Heston not a
Charlton Heston,
no.
man? The ultimate Jew.
My favorite Jew is still Jesus, I gotta say.
It is to many.
I know.
It is to many. Heston, that's a great movie.
In 2010, they remastered it, Andre.
And
I saw it on my flat screen, and it's actually a free movie offered on YouTube right now. There's a lot of great movies on that YouTube's offering for free.
Ben-Hur is also a great kind of Christmas movie.
Yeah, that's one to get to during the holiday. But I hadn't seen 10 Commandments that one in years. It was spectacular.
I saw it when I was a kid. I haven't seen it since, so that probably is something that I should amend. I'm guessing. Yeah. But let's move on here. Dr. Long Dongler sent us £99 super sticker. Thanks so much for that, everyone. Please smash that like. And then Miller says for 14 South African rands, bringing us into the first topic of today.
Wow.
Thoughts on Avatar 3 tracking?
Yeah.
Marvin, I know you've done your research on this.
Yep, I have an article coming out at around noon today on That Park Place that basically is saying that James Cameron has admitted that if this movie does not, so basically his exact quote was the movie cost a fuck ton to make, and it has to make 2 fuck tons to be profitable. So if it doesn't make, the amount of money that it needs, he is perfectly fine with walking away from it, but he would never let another director take it over.
Who would want to? Seth Rogen?
Yeah, it's tracking right now for $100 million opening weekend or $110 million, which is well below. If you think about it, like Avatar made what 2.8 or $2.9 billion, and then Avatar 2, I think it's like 2.3. Since Avatar 2, there has been only one movie has made $2 billion since then, and it's Ne Zha 2 out of China because everybody wanted to raise their social credit score. So
has it really made that money? Like, how big a hit is it outside of China?
I don't know, but it has made over $2 billion. I have not seen it. I have the first one on my Netflix list.
Most of that, well more than half of it was made in China.
Oh yeah,
but it is a spectacular animation movie. It's wild, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Avatar is, but then Marvin, isn't there? And you're right with your numbers, but it does have the walk up holiday crowd going.
It does. I mean, look, the reason
accounted for
Avatar is the weirdest movie franchise in history because it makes billions plural of dollars in the box office and then vanishes from the public conversation entirely because I think it's a cinematic event. Like if you have ever tried to watch Avatar on a regular TV, it's like, what's the point? It's not like it has such a great plot or great action. It's just you want to see it on that IMAX screen, because it's just such a visual spectacle. So it's definitely going to be interesting, and there will be a lot of walk-up traffic, I'm sure. I don't think this breaks $2 billion. Could you imagine if it doesn't break $1 billion? That would be the biggest collapse in movie history, I think. Yeah. The first one.
Imagine though where we're at, where you're saying if this movie doesn't earn $1 billion, it's over.
Yeah, well, so the first Avatar was the first movie that really got 3D right, which is what I've always said is the reason why it made so much money. Then it took it took over a decade, well, almost a decade and a half to get the second one out. So the at that point it was like, oh, well, we want to see this again because it's been so long. It's only been a couple years since Avatar 2. I don't think there's going to be a lot of, people rushing to the theater to see it. I could be wrong, but
I think there's going to be some. I mean, I think you might be surprised at some of the casual fans who don't go to the movies all the time, who are actually really excited for this. I know some of those people. Like I was a little bit surprised at how successful the second movie was.
Yes, I was too.
But it certainly was able to keep interest alive, in that I'm seeing legit interest in Avatar Part 3. There's some people that I know of in my life that are like pre-buying tickets for the advanced screenings and stuff. And that honestly surprised me. This is the one reason why I think, you know what? Don't underestimate either James Cameron or the casual audience. I was very surprised when the previous movie outdid more than $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be less surprised if this one does. But what is new is that now you even have James Cameron himself openly questioning the future of the franchise. Because in the heights, he was like talking about what, like 6, 7 sequels or something?
Yeah.
5. Yeah. 5
6.
are already in production, but he's saying that if this doesn't make money, that could crumble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because so basically he could walk away after 3. So then you'd have a trilogy, so you'd have that. But to me, that is, I mean, he must have seen some figures, some internal things, which makes him significantly less optimistic this time than previous times.
I think there is some of that. I just think his ego is so massive.
Agreed.
That because it's lower, he's coming out and saying some gnarly shit. He's been saying some like wacko stuff the last year, man.
It could also
been a little older, and but that ego is still very healthy. I think it's just the competitive ego in him. I don't know.
It could also be a situation where it's like he's trying to temper expectations so that if the movie succeeds, it seems like he triumphed, as opposed to being like, this movie's going to make $4 billion and then it doesn't,
Right. Yeah, that's just embarrassing for everyone.
Notwithstanding the first one, the second one, and then based on the trailer of the third, I can't think of another movie where the 3D is impeccable all the way through.
Yes.
Every frame, to the point where even in the first movie, you just did not, it didn't look like the 3D world was different from the real world at all. Yeah. It was just fantastic. And seeing what he's done in the trailer on this, the third version, I think whether on purpose or what's the word? Not psychologically, or in the back of people's minds, I think they're affected by the quality of it. It's like nothing we've ever seen, or I don't think we will see, because it's just too expensive. If you want to, if you want to look at the difference between the fight scene in Wakanda on the train tracks and the divergence, or the difference between that and what Cameron is doing in Avatar, it's laughable. It's Hollywood abuses 3D. And we talk about the inconsistency in the Disney and Marvel movies, where sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. He gets it all the way through. And I think people have a certain subconscious appreciation for it, and they want to immerse themselves in the world that he has created. There's nothing else out there like it. So I think that's part of its popularity.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right on, Paul. I think it's one of those rare, it's probably the cleanest 4-quadrant type hit movie, right? Because it appeals to men under 25, men over 25, women under 25, women over 25. It's got strong appeal. It's broadly accessible, big spectacle. I think that's really kind of the key with a lot of Cameron's hits. It's got to be a big spectacle.
Well,
right? So it's almost like the greatest roller coaster you've ever ridden. It doesn't even matter.
The movie was
and Back to the Calendar,
IMAX
right?
for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Back to the Calendar. It's it's blessed.
Well, your calendar. Yeah, you can never
with this type of movie.
That.
It's like, yeah.
But this is also one of those appointments. I hear what Andre's saying too. You know, it's Christmas. Let's go to the movies. What's playing? We can all get on board another Avatar movie, right?
It's family friendly, and we all make fun of the simplistic scripts that Cameron writes, but he's a genius at the simplistic scripts.
Yep.
You can't underestimate how well he knows, how well he writes a classic old style Hollywood movie.
Yes, formula.
100%. I mean, Terminator.
Yeah. He may be looking at tracking polls, you know, where they ask you, are you aware of this movie? Are you interested? Are you planning to see it? Right. And maybe it's not looking as good as before.
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
I think it's Martin. I think Marty has got it. That
Who's Marty?
Sorry.
Marvin.
Mario. Marvin has got it. That I think he's underplaying it. So he looks good because he's underplaying it. And then when it comes out huge, he just goes, "Oh, this is such a wonderful surprise." I think
he's purposely trying to lower expectations so it comes out and explodes. Yeah. Wow.
Sorry for calling you Marty, Marvin.
It's okay.
Marvin McFly.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think there's part of that, but also I think there is a legit hedge here. I don't think he's joking. I think he
it came from somewhere, right? Like the bad tracking. It's bad. It's tracking bad right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's tracking 100 to 110 million opening weekend, which
is terrible.
Which is not terrible by any
no. The last one though
in Hollywood, but
the last one opened at what 135 or something.
Something like that, yeah. So I mean, you know, it will have legs. It'll have the premium screens for longer than most movies do. Also, I've decided I'm only going to be calling Shadow Doc now.
Love it, Marty and Doc. I'll be Biff.
Are you Biff? I mean, I think I'm Biff. I'm probably more of the bully here, maybe.
Oh, I thought you were more of a Crispin Glover type.
Oh, 100. Wow. You know what? That's my favorite trilogy. Yeah, that's my favorite trilogy. I'll play any role. I'll even play Mayor Goldie Wilson. I like the sound of that.
That's good for you. That's actually quite apt,
you know,
I think.
You know, in the Broadway musical, Mayor Goldie Wilson has his own song.
Oh, no, perfect.
There's a musical.
There's a big, huge musical. They're trying to make it into a movie, and everyone's
this
saying,
is what Tom actually was saying. If not
Wednesday.
On Wednesday, then I think it was on Wednesday where Tom. So full credit to him here, where he was saying that the producers, they've said there's not going to be a Back to the Future Part 4, but they may not be above allowing a movie adaptation of Back to the Future, the musical. So you might get Back to the Future, the musical, the movie, which would be their way of getting some renewed interest, royalties, money, increasing catalog, everything.
There's no Back to the Future 2 or 3 musicals, and they would then try to make them, and they would be terrible.
Because same thing as Wicked. Yeah. I mean, they're like trying to continue the Wicked universe, and it would be the exact same thing here. It's like, okay, Money Train here is too good to stop, so we're just going to keep rolling and making new stuff, which you can't fault them for because Hollywood right now is in a dearth of hits.
Yeah, I you know what I think,
and I would just also say really quickly, Marvin, sooner or later, Back to the Future will be remade. I hate to say
that. Everyone is against it, but
I'm against it. But those creators, sooner or later, they pass away, and they're whoever is in charge, a la Tolkien's people, a la Tolkien's kin. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, you're right.
1.21 gigawatts.
Mary
Yeah.
Steenburgen, Clara Clayton.
Oh, Claire Clayton, Shown Ash Ravine.
Ah,
I can quote those. I used to have a VHS that had all 3 of the Back to the Future movies on it, and I needed noise when I was a kid to be able to sleep, so I would play them. And literally, as I slept, the movies just like embedded themselves into my subconscious, so I could just quote them entirely. Still,
Oh, that's one way of doing it.
It
I
was
did that
truly
with,
serendipity that Paul called you Marty then.
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
There it is.
It's one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite trilogy.
You know, Avatar 2 actually initially was tracking for a 150 to 175 million dollar opening, and it came
Whoa.
in at 134. So
Oh,
I just read that in Deadline, actually, trying to, look smart.
Yeah, well, that's cool. We appreciate that. We like to read Deadline here, even though we get frustrated with their reporting
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
And I would just say I wouldn't be Mayor Goldie Wilson. I would probably be Mayor Goldie Gomez. I like
that.
Oh, love it.
play up the stereotype.
Yeah. Before we round out the Avatar discussion, Action.com says for $5, which movie plot will Cameron rip off to make an Amazon 3? I'm guessing he means Avatar 3. The first one was Dances with Wolves.
yeah. It was also Fern Gully. It was
Yeah.
a whole bunch.
Pocahontas.
Yep.
Yeah, Pocahontas.
It's it's one of it's a story trope at this point almost.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think story is the last thing on his mind with this movie. I think it's just like, I showed you all the cool things I could do with water. Now
Right.
here's the things I can do with fire.
Yeah.
You see, he's got to
Probably.
add a Avatar land acknowledgement.
Is he really?
Well, yeah, let's
Yeah,
not stop
for
it,
sure.
But actually, that I do appreciate that this time it only goes to show that people were quarreling against each other there too. I just remembered when you said land acknowledgement. The only person you acknowledge in land acknowledgements are the ones that had the land before it was taken by Whitey, basically. But you don't acknowledge who they took it from, and who they in turn took it from, and who they in turn took it from, because that's the history of humanity. Not saying that's a good thing, but that's kind of like how it is. And Miller, in reference to the Avatar tracking, also says, with a caveat, the last one didn't track well either. No, it didn't. And still, it sailed to $1 billion. I thought it was toast when it opened. But then again, remember, the original Avatar didn't open that strong either, because there was no brand. But then it became a generational movie that everyone and their mother had to see, just like Titanic 1 decade prior. So never underestimate Cameron in that sense. Yeah.
But I think you're totally right about him downplaying it. It's almost like he's doing his own James Gunn, mixing up, getting people to talk.
It also could be a thing where he's trying to encourage fans of the movie to not wait for streaming to go see it in theaters, because if they don't go see it, it might not keep going.
Or go see it twice.
Well, we need the movie to be successful so he can afford to do Alita Battle Angel 2.
Yeah.
Because I just rewatched the first one, I think, for the 4th or 5th time. And I just enjoy it more and more every single time. It's just such a great anime movie.
Yeah. I mean, they got and they have a built-in audience for that one. They've been waiting for a while, but I think the producer passed away last year.
For Avatar, for
Alita.
Not
that that's going to stop. He was just one of them. I forgot the gentleman's name, but he was one of the. It was like him, then Rodriguez and Cameron that were, responsible for the.
Rodriguez did a great job on that movie.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
but no-brainers in Hollywood. Good luck.
And the lead in that is a Latina, also.
Rosie Salazar. Yeah. She is
very good
in it. She's a very good theater actress as well.
Yeah.
I like the movie, but I don't know. The character designs never appealed to me. I'm not sure. I just didn't care for the aesthetic. I thought the movie itself was good, but I didn't.
Well, the aesthetic comes directly from the anime.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now you've changed my mind, Paul. I did like it.
It's legit.
No. I'm not. I don't dispute that. It wasn't. Wasn't in my
it came
taste.
out a week or two before Captain Marvel, and they pushed Captain Marvel so much as the girl boss, where the real great female action lead was Alita, but that didn't count because it was like pro dad and pro lie, they had all these pro family messages, and they still don't give it its props. I don't know if anyone ever talked about that on your
I think
sites,
that's
Marvin.
important. I think it's a very important topic.
It is important.
My wife and I've been watching For All Mankind, right? The Apple series. I think they've got 4 seasons now. We just finished season 2 last night. And one of the things that wasn't obvious at first, but is now patently obvious to me about that show is it is feminist fan fiction, if nothing else, because every single woman is justified, heroic, women doing it for themselves. Every single one, from the woman who cheats on the heroic astronaut with her dead son's best friend, and she goes off and sells her company for millions of dollars. And
Dang.
I mean, the woman who is hiding her gay lesbian relationship, who eventually goes on to become president of the United States. Every single one of the women in this show, from the youngest to the oldest, totally heroic, except I think one of the NASA administrators gets busted for espionage or something. And all the men are just shallow, dippy doos, effeminate or ineffective, or like even they have one astronaut that's what's her name, Sally Ride, worst wig you've ever seen in a TV show on this actress, pulls out a gun on the admiral of the space shuttle to stop him from doing what he was just ordered to do. And of course it turned out she made the right move by doing every single thing. And what's sad about it to me is the show is so well done, and if it could have only been a little more even-handed, I would have been okay with it, but it just gets worse with each episode.
It sounds like Star Trek Discovery.
It's
kind of does.
Yeah, like Mikey Spock is always right in the event that she's wrong, and then she's only wrong because a male lied to her or something like that. And
also the way that you described certainly some of those women, and spoke at myself there, they were actually pretty villainous from your description.
Well, particularly the main astronaut hero's wife, what she does is so appalling, and you see it coming that she's about to do this. And my wife and I are both saying, no, don't do this, because now I'm going to loathe you if you do this. And it would be one thing if the show was treating her villain like, nope. She just needs to do what she needs to do, because women need to do things for themselves. And of course each season is set, like the first season is the 70s, and the second season the 80s, third season they get to Mars, it's the 90s. So you had in the 70s era all these little quips and moments where it's like, oh yeah, women weren't appreciated back then, all this misogyny and patriarchy and stuff like that. But the show does it with such style that it's so subtle at first, you don't really pick up on it. It's just, I think binging it and going through it and watching how quickly these things are developing, I think if we had waited and watched it 1 week at a time, waiting for the next season and stuff like that, would be different, because it is very well done. And I was recommending it up until a couple of episodes ago, and now I'm just like, And my wife, unfortunately, I'm more of a completist than my wife, right? So I'm sort of like, well, I guess we got to finish it, because we're already invested. But if she said, let's tap out, I would be thankful tapping out. That's the truth.
Wow.
So I don't know. I hate to admit it, but now even the best of them. And of course, this show started back in 2019, I think, if I'm right. So it's a few years older, and they're doing season 5 now. We could see how it changes. I don't know why I even went off on that tangent, but now you know.
No, I'm glad you did, because this is a show that I've been meaning to check out, but now clearly there's no reason why I should.
Yeah. It's
Same.
important.
Because now I know it goes to hell.
Yeah. And what's sad about it is there are so many great moments. The whole premise is, what if the Russians had beat us to the moon? And how the space race would have changed. And by the 80s, we have a moon base. And technology is advanced because NASA didn't sort of stop that they got to the moon first. But of course, the first woman on the moon was a Russian woman, and that sort of made, oh gosh, we really need to ramp things up here. And then
The Chinese go to the moon too.
Okay, I haven't gotten to that part of the show yet. Spoiler alert, dude.
Sorry.
But, I don't know. I mean, I think women would really like it. So the females in the audience, you will love For All Mankind.
It looks like a lot of people are liking it, though. In the
chat. I mean, it's very
men
well
and
done.
women. So
very well.
Yeah,
done.
I've heard nothing but good things.
I've never seen it.
To hear you. I've seen some of it. What I have seen has been amazing.
Yes.
Very interesting alternate history by all accounts. It's made by Ronald D. Moore, who did the Battlestar Galactica, all the Klingon episodes in Star Trek: The Next Generation. The really good ones. But obviously, then you have like messaging that creeps in there. That's unfortunate, because that retroactively destroys the whole thing.
I feel like maybe that was sort of the point, though. Like if there's a question of, well, should they have kind of kept that aspect hidden, that it was going to be this sort of feminist fan fiction about, alternate history or whatever. That with some shows that's what it is, right? And I don't think you knew that with this show. And it's not as though I'm not anti-women, don't get me wrong, but really the astronaut's wife having the affair with her dead son's best friend, really, I think that was when I just said, okay, I'm good, because this woman is still treated like she's a very good person. And she tells her husband, and he's about to go off on this mission against the Russians, space mission. And he's leaving that evening to go to the launch, to the base.
Mm-hmm.
And she admits, there's something kind of weird going on. She's acting kind of funny. Their adopted daughter picks up on something's going on. And he asks her.
It's basically a woman in midlife crisis. This happens a lot. I wish Hollywood would touch on it more.
He's going to get in his car to leave, and he says, hey, come outside with me for a minute. She goes out, and he says, what's going on? And she admits that she's been having an affair, won't tell him who it is, and he leaves and takes off on the flight, can't stop thinking about it. And, while he's gone, she's doing all these great things and sells her business for $400 million. And I mean, it's just, I don't know. It really irked me. And I thought, and it sort of suddenly illuminates all the other things you see, because then you start realizing there are like 4 or 5 women on the show who have these stories going, and every one of them absolutely heroic. Even the first woman, they have Reagan. Was one of the neat things is they use existing footage of presidential stuff. They had a Senator Ted Kennedy became president, but for only one term, and Reagan came in and he became president. So they're using footage and voice actors, and they called it deep fake at the time. I would call it AI now, right? To sort of move the lips to say what they want. And, even in that case, you've got the first Black female astronaut who winds up being the one that does a nice handshake with the Russians between two ships, and it sort of settles down the potential of a World War III, and Sally Ride with her handgun up in space stops World War III. I mean, it's just like this is all converging together, and we're not even calling
Can I ask you
this
something? I haven't seen it. I've seen one episode, but are all the women equally stoic and unchanging in their acting delivery?
The only one who's not stoic is the daughter of the illegal alien who was the janitor at NASA and would
But that's my
sneak her.
point.
Yeah.
My point is that a lot of the women are actually reading lines written for men.
Yes.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And the women kind of in their attempt, and the actresses, I don't necessarily blame them, in their attempt to be serious, they have very little range in how they're acting it out. So it's not like Faye Dunaway in Network, right? The women can't do the heavy lifting like a Faye Dunaway. They're placid, stoic, and it's tiresome.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. The two women who were leading at one point on a foundation, I had to turn it off for a while because I couldn't stand them anymore. There was no, Lee Van Cleef in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Man, the amount of facial tics and enjoyment he has in his character, I don't feel that women actresses are actually enjoying embodying these stoic characters in the way that a lot of good male actors can do these delicious. They don't think of them as delicious characters. They're not chewing up the scenery. It's just so tiresome.
Yeah.
Men just do it better. You attack me, everyone online, come after me. But men just do the stoic stuff better because they can lace it with grimaces, a few laughing ticks while they're choking someone to death.
Yeah.
It's just
women and men are different. I mean,
women
are emotional creatures.
Stop giving women men's roles.
Right. I think women are the more emotional of the genders. I think not in a bad
do it. It's just there's very few women like Sigourney Weaver. There's just a handful of women who can do that.
But that's also because very few women are stoic like that in reality. I mean, like being stoic is much more typically male. I mean, you have that even in you have that in Norway. I'm pretty stoic. I'm not unusual here. And of course, you have Norwegian women who are stoic as well, but it's not, shall we say, slightly less common. Like it happens, but it happens less. Most
the best
stoics
character
are
on the
people
show
like
is
me.
the best character on the show is the Korean adopted daughter. She wants to be like her dad. She, her adopted dad. She actually discovers that her real father did make it to the States. She wants to go connect with him, but she's too scared to. She wants to go to the Naval Academy to be like her dad. And she sees this split coming on between her mom and dad, the mom that cheated. And she hits all the right notes. She really hits all the right notes.
That doesn't make sense to me, Chris, because Simu Liu was very clear this week that Asians are not getting any work in Hollywood whatsoever.
Simu Liu. Where's his sequel, by the way? What happened to the Master of Kung Fu?
Ask China.
Indeed. Yeah, we are about to transition into Simu Liu. I think we said everything there was to say about For All Mankind right there. But since we're talking about series, and before we move on, Chato, I know that you enjoyed the last few episodes of Stranger Things, which just debuted a new season. Were you impressed with that? Yeah, were you guys impressed? I've been hearing some very mixed things, shall we say.
So, okay, there's two ways, of course, because me being me, there's the network executive hat, and then there's the personal, just a regular person watching the show. And so I can watch.
Just to clarify, so that's you, the would I green light this?
Yes.
And you, the would I watch this garbage some idiot
Yes.
greenlit?
Yeah. So
the two are sometimes in conflict.
It is in conflict sometimes. So I think fans of Stranger Things know by now that you've got to split off the very first season from 2, 3, 4. Where are we into? 5 now? 5.
It's 5.
Yeah,
it's just 5.
So the first season was a terrific Kolchak episode, and we didn't see the monster at all. And then once we saw the monster in season 2 on, it became a completely different beast, so to speak. So if you just pretend that the show started season 2, it's just a monster hunt show. And to tell you the truth, the 4 episodes in season 5, you could literally just watch the first episode and the 4th one that they've released. They didn't release all 8. You could watch the 1st and the 4th and totally get everything that's going on. Yes, there's going to be different plot points that you're going to miss. And it is entertaining within the context of it being a monster movie, but it's more like The Walking Dead, where you know what you're getting with The Walking Dead, and you just want to enjoy it, right? It's I got the zombie thrill that I demand that the show promises me, and then you just go on to the next show. So that's my network executive hat, where I'm going, okay, from season 2 on, it's apart from season 3, which was the worst one. But they kind of brought it back in season 4, and it's just a monster show. So from that perspective, if you're happy with that aspect of Stranger Things, you're seeing all your favorite characters, like way too many characters, and they added more.
Adding more, I couldn't believe they were adding more characters in the 11th hour. That was
just insane. I could pick apart things. I don't particularly like the relationship between 11 and her sort
Hopper.
of Hopper. That's weird. All that training she apparently had to do to.
She's the worst character on the show this season. I think has been for a few seasons. Yeah.
But yes, it's not her fault. That's just the problem is that she has so much power, and they have to give us an excuse to remove that power.
Yes,
and
I was just about to say that. Yeah,
and at the right moment, she gets to turn it back on. So this season so far is like playing a video game where you just go from boss to boss. The moves are the same all the time. Maybe your weaponry gets upgraded as you go from boss level to boss level. That's all it is. It's a video game, and a very enjoyable one. But it's nothing like the first season.
Yeah, I agree with that. That would probably be the way I would describe it as well. I'm still having fun with it. It is the interesting thing is it's always been kind of Eleven's show. Whether we like it or not. But yes, like they're always looking for a reason to take her out of play. Her storyline so far in these first 4 episodes, I think, has been the least engaging of them all. But the show shines the most when it is the core 4 kids from the first season. And they don't put them together enough because Dustin is always off with Steve and the older kids, and then you've got the other 3 kind of together. But whereas it has always kind of been Eleven's show, this season is such a hard left turn, because I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything. It is Will's show this season. This season is about Will, and which is incredible considering he was the MacGuffin in the first season.
Right.
And then in seasons 3 and 4, he kind of didn't serve a purpose at all. And but still, the most useless character on the entire show is Jonathan Byers.
Right, and his girlfriend's a lesbian.
Yes. It starts you. It's a much quicker start than the other seasons.
Yes.
I'll also say that. We're right in the middle of the action.
Jumps you right in. It's a video game.
Yep. Yeah, we go right into it, and
Right
these 4 episodes are one very clear arc, and I do like that because it ends the final scene of the 4th episode from like the beginning of that scene to the end of that scene. I was practically like standing up and yelling at the TV. Like,
but you were waiting for that to happen finally.
Yes.
And Linda Hamilton is super.
She is. Yeah. Like I was thinking back to that last Terminator movie she was in. I'm like, was that long ago? Because she's
a heavy smoker. Like you can tell.
Yeah.
That this comes from an insane amount of Pall Malls. Hi, how are you? Young man, would you like to come back to my place?
You know what? She is because every season, it seems they've got an 80s icon in there. They had Robert Englund the one year, they had Sean Astin. So Linda Hamilton is our 80s movie icon that's going to be there. And I have no problem with that. I really am enjoying the show. Again, Hopper and Eleven are the weakest aspect of it, and we spend a little too much time with them. But when we're not with them, I'm engaged.
It's too bad that obviously the time span was the time span, but if the show remained exactly the same, but they were the original age from season 1, and they were just these little kids, running around in this, well, this would have been way better, way more fun.
There's this one moment where they're making like a really crass joke about like because they keep saying they're talking about Tom, Dick, and Harry, and they keep saying Dick, and the kids are saying it, and I'm like, guys, I don't want to hear you say this. I know you're grown adults now, but like you're still these 11-year-olds from season 1 to me. So I don't want to hear you make dick jokes.
Yeah. Anyway, so I mean, there's things you could pick apart, the classic bullies in the school. Really, we need to see that again. But on the other hand, I think overall, Stranger Things fans are going to like it. I'm sure they're going to wait for the big ending. And yes, the ending, we now know where things are going to go after episode 4. And I'm really enjoying to see that. I'm enjoying the fact that it's not up to 11 to finish this off.
When with the way episode 4 ends, I was like, oh, thank God 11 is not going to be instrumental to the closing of this. Like like we now have alternate routes to get epic storytelling that doesn't involve Millie Bobby Brown and her and the way they write her dialogue. I understand why they write her dialogue that way because of the way the character is raised. But it is like we're in season 5 and she's still like, do you think I lie? And I'm like, it's been 5 years. It's been 5 seasons. Learn how to talk.
Yeah. So anyways, it's serviceable, more than serviceable.
All right.
Agreed.
Cool. Yeah. Glad to hear it.
It's so weird to be outside of this bubble of, like huge shows, huge.
I'm floored that you've never watched it. I'm floored that you've never watched this, Paulie. Like both of you, really. With the cultural impact that it's made, I figured you would have checked it out.
I think I saw like half of the first episode, and I was like, no,
the Russians. The Russians are gone.
Romy's definitely not. Oh, wait a minute. This is something else on.
The first season I thought was great. Watch the second season.
Brilliant.
And I think the third season, maybe that's when I canceled Netflix because of the Cuties debacle. That's probably why I never went back.
So now in season 4, they're retconning a lot of season 1, like not retconning in a bad, but they're trying to attach it to the greater overarching thing. So it was like because there's always been questions of like, well, when Will was taken in the first season, was it actually random or was it Vecna? Working behind the scenes, and they very much answer that question in the first 5 minutes of the first episode.
How did Will get his powers if he wasn't part of the experiment?
I think that's a very large spoiler you just dropped there, Shadow.
He's spoiling stuff today.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
It didn't mean
probably because I haven't seen it.
I'm just not going to comment on that because I don't want to. Hopefully, people just missed
it. His power to play songs.
It's I think that
running up the hill.
I think that they are creating. I think that they are creating connections between him and Vecna. And that because of Will's connection to the hive mind, he has a lot more to do with the Upside Down and Vecna in the story and can tap into more because of that connection, not necessarily with the experiment.
Vecna could have killed everyone. He just didn't bother.
He could have, yeah.
But that's plot.
I love that scene where Vecna, the action sequence they did with Vecna, I thought was very well done.
Yeah,
it was like scary almost.
But still, it's a monster. It's a guy in a suit, kind of. I'm never comfortable with having seen the monster. It's just not enough.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah. But gentlemen, let's move on here.
Move on.
One more story to cover. I'm going to go through a couple of relevant super chats here first. Betty the Music Man says for $5, there's a joke in here somewhere. A Jew, a Mexican, and a retard would be Marvin walk into a bar. I'm only serious. Morning midnight maniacs. Yeah, only if we forgot the Norwegian in there. And also Dark King wonders for $5 Australian. All this Christmas talk. How long before the woke reboot of The Passion of the Christ with trans Judas? Judas is the only white man in the cast. I think that probably the time for that has come and gone.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood is changing now.
It would be Cynthia Erivo cast in the role.
Yep.
Because she's already played Jesus once.
Right.
Though we are getting the Passion of the Christ sequel.
Yep.
Coming soon, and I don't think that struck me about that sequel. It's called The Resurrection of the Christ, and it's actually going to be in English. It's not going to be in Aramaic this time, and they had to recast. They had to recast everyone too because it's been so long.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
Caviezel wasn't going to be in it.
No.
By the way,
sounds gonzo bonkers though. The whole story does. Sounds crazy.
I heard Paul Chato's rewriting the Jesus' Ending. So I'm looking forward to that one.
It's a musical.
Mel Gibson presents.
Yep. And
a friend of mine is a friend of ours is an executive producer on that.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
interesting.
I'll be getting some updates, but
cool.
She's basically responsible for Mel Gibson coming back into Lionsgate and getting Mel on this project. So
a job well done.
It's fantastic. And you know what? She's a Jew.
In Hollywood?
By the way, but that's relevant with like Gibson's history, though.
I just want to say I'm perfectly fine with being called a retard if it normalizes using retard again.
I know. Gary called you a retard. No one said anything.
Yeah, no, I was like, good. Call me a retard. Just call people retards again.
I was about to say maybe that's code for like Italian paisano or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Oh, retard. I love it. Hey, paisano retardo.
Yeah, and
paisano retardo.
Paisano retardo.
That's a good one right there. That's a T-shirt. Paisano retardo.
Yeah. You need a T-shirt, Andre.
Hey, everybody. A Jew, a retard, and a Mexican walk into a bar.
Hey, retard!
You ever heard that one about a Jew and a retard?
Never go full paisano.
Right. Yeah. So if we're gonna go fully with this, it would be, you ever hear the one about a Jew and a spick and an Italian retard? They walk into a bar. And,
Guinea retard.
And then Drew Tipton says $4.99. If you want a good special, I recommend Alien Christmas. Aliens invade the North Pole. Same animation team as the creatures in Elf. Favreau is a producer. Oh wow!
Really?
Wow!
Wait, Favreau produced a Christmas movie about aliens invading the North Pole, and I've never heard of it.
Well, we have to do research, evidently. This embarrassing. I mean, we talk about pop cultures. You would think that one of us had figured this thing out, but hey, let's check it out. This might
it's
be
a
something
Netflix stop motion.
There you go. It's hidden on Netflix,
and it's stop motion. That's cool.
Yeah,
and Xmas in this regard is, I think the alien's name is X, so kind of a neat twist.
Cool. Yeah. And Drew also wonders, Andre, are there any Norwegian Christmas traditions not practiced in the US and vice versa? presents under the tree. Are you telling me that you guys don't put presents under the tree? Well, I guess you don't. Yeah,
No, I mean,
that's
we
Yeah,
do.
we do. Yeah, we do.
Well,
yeah,
Santa
okay,
Claus
I
does
was
it.
wondering. Yeah, no. Like for instance, in Norway,
We have
Christmas Day. That's just a day. It's just a bank holiday. It means fuck all. It's Christmas Eve. That's what matters. That's when kids get their presents, which are stuck underneath the Christmas tree, where they have been for quite some time. They will have been there for ages, or for like they've been gradually been filling up over the course of the month of December. So we have Christmas traditions. I haven't celebrated Christmas in America, so I wouldn't know the differences. But yeah, you have like small little things like that. I'm sure. I think
Basically,
the big one
it's
is
basically
that
the same thing, but everyone says Happy Holidays to you.
Well, here we say that's the fun thing. We actually don't have Christ in Christmas in the name. We still maintain the original
Yule?
vintage
The
name.
original pagan.
Yule, yeah.
Call it Yule?
We call it we don't say Merry Christmas, we say Merry Yule.
Medieval.
That's what we have.
And all the bloodletting is you guys have gotten rid of all that stuff and all the sacrifice.
You still have it for those who are especially interested. You have like Christmas bloodlettings. I kid you not.
That's why I brought
thing.
it up. Yeah,
It's a thing.
it's a thing.
But it's not like something that everyone celebrates. It's not like a family thing. This is like something for those who are especially inclined and especially interested. They will go to a Christmas bloodletting. Yes, this is a thing.
It's more niche.
Yes,
When,
more niche.
We
the
had
only
we had some foreign nationals at our Thanksgiving celebration yesterday. One was from Spain, Catalina, actually. So he's not necessarily Spanish because they do have their own language there, and they celebrate 3 Christmas type holiday. One is for the 3 wise men, the first week of January, that brought the gifts to Christ. So they send letters to the wise men for presents. They have a regular Christmas type holiday, and then they have one that's the pooping log or something where, and their Santa actually in another holiday kind of goes down the street pooping, and it's not sacrifice.
This is a Spanish thing. Yeah, I'm aware of this. It's a Spanish
Spain.
thing. It's mostly in mainland Spain.
Yeah, Spain.
Spain.
But they do it in Catalonia.
Catalonia, yeah.
Catalonia.
Because basically you have like the traditional Spain is like these different independent ancient monarchies. That's how Portugal came to be as well. That was like one of them was able to break free from the others. And then you have, for instance, the Catalonians. They still want independence. Some of them.
They do. Yeah, you're right. Because they're.
Did I mishear it? Did you say pooping?
It's like called the
no. It's a thing. Yeah,
like Santa's blowing up your toilets instead of.
Well, I'm kind of mixing 2 different things, but both of them do involve pooping.
So you are right. I don't know the details here, not being Spanish, but the Spanish they do have like this pooping fetish in a sense, and you also have like lots of like figurines and stuff like this of like various pooping characters.
It doesn't.
Italian.
It poops out candy and toys. I mean, it's not it's not feces.
Italian Christmas has a lot less shitting. I mean,
Okay.
Well, Americans have really, the American way is really cleaned it up, sanitized the holiday. Yeah. But in Mexico, there's 3. So like the 2 you said, especially with the 3 kings, and then you eat the 3 king bread, and then whoever you break the bread, whoever gets one of the kings in the bread, and you're like, and you get the good luck for the year. But the other big one is the first one, which is coming up, which is La Virgen de Guadalupe. That is huge. That's a huge. The Virgin Mary, when she appeared, over 500 years ago. That's a huge holiday.
Yeah,
that's a huge
allegedly.
Yeah.
You have also
question. Chris, I have a question. Did you call ICE on your guests?
Of course not.
Oh
no! Why disrupt my Thanksgiving dinner with that sort of thing? We just gave the license plate, called in the license
out of the house.
Dinner show, boys.
Well, they wouldn't have anything to worry about because I'm sure they have their papers in order, and then there's nothing.
Yeah, they're college kids. Yeah,
What's
one
that?
was from Spain. One is from Barcelona. Actually, I shouldn't say it was Spain.
I've been to
Because he was talking
Barcelona.
about the reason they want independence is because they pay more money to the government than any of the other regions, and they get the least benefit. And I said, "Hey, welcome to the world, right?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, welcome to
that's-
the freaking planet.
That
Yes.
sounds like it.
Yeah.
That sounds like it sucks.
The other
Yeah.
was from the other was her name was Petra. I think she was from she might have been from Norway. And
That
then
sounds
the other girl was-
Scandinavian. Is Petra sounds very Scandinavian.
okay, and then Milford.
MILF?
Nah.
That was definitely not from Norway.
These girls were all 18, 19. The boy from Barcelona was 19. All very, very nice, very well behaved, and all spoke perfect English. So
So they could stay, but then you
That
called
is-
ICE
yeah.
when they
No,
left.
I that's why I said I wrote down the license plate, and when they left, that's when I made the call. You know, why disrupt everybody's lunch?
Totally
Oh,
see
I see.
Chados
Good.
as,
I'm good
like,
on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like that, by the way, is rare for us, like, because the English level in Spain, it's mixed. I mean, in Northern Europe, everyone speaks English, especially the further north you go. In Southern Europe, not so much. Like when you hit like France, when you hit Italy, when you hit Spain, more people speak English now than did 20, 30 years ago. But like, don't
That's
count
so
on getting by
fascinating.
in English.
Yeah, that's so fascinating to me. I understand how in the continental U.S., growing up, you know, the two main languages, foreign languages that were taught in school were Spanish and French, because, you know, you're in North America. So you have Mexico to the south, you have Canada to the north, where a lot of French is spoken. It just made sense, but it wasn't taught as at a young an age, so it doesn't really stick. And of course, most Americans, speaking from experience, are just lazy, right? We don't want to.
Yeah. But there's another thing as well, and this is what happens in Europe. Just real quick before we move on with the regular show here. For instance, I'm from subtitle land. We don't dub our movies other than children's movies, which means that every single day on why I watch TV, listen to radio, or something like that, I'm immersed in English, and I have been my entire life, and so are all of my countrymen, which is a very big part of the reason why everyone in Norway will have a fluent understanding of English, and how good they will be at speaking. That only depends on the individual level of practice. Like, most people will have a very strong Norwegian accent because they speak English maybe 3 times in 5 years.
Yeah.
Right? But it's just a matter of lack of practice. Everyone understands it, but that's because we learn it in school and we hear it everywhere. When you go to the cinema, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be in English. 8 out of 10 hours of TV program is going to be in English. The moment you hit dubbing territory, like Germany, Italy, Spain, they no longer have that immersion. They hear in Spain, they hear Spanish all the time. They go to a big movie, it's going to be dubbed to Spanish. Everything on TV is going to be Spanish. They're immersed in nothing but Spanish almost exclusively all the time. Same thing in France, same thing in well, to a lesser extent in Italy. And this is the big difference in Europe between the countries where the populace speaks English and where they don't. Then now apply this to America. It's much more similar to Southern Europe, where you are immersed in English and nothing but English all the time. So to learn a different language, it's not that it's more difficult. It's not that people are lazy. It's that you're in the same position as, for instance, the Spanish. You're immersed in English absolutely all the time, and it takes a much greater effort to learn a different language.
Especially when you're older.
That's true everywhere. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on here. That was a sidetrack. Miller also points out that For All Mankind Season 3 is better than 2. I would know that. And he also points out that For All Mankind started with elements of the woke movement. They pulled it back in a big way with Episode 3, probably Season 3, and progressively. Okay, yeah, let's hope so. And Packing Protons says for $5, Jewish lore, an old WPLJ Christmas song mentioned something called Shlomo the Moil. Is that a real thing? Sounds made up.
Moils are a real thing.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it sounds like a parody song, and Shlomo the Moil. There's not a lot of cutting of foreskin during Christmas. That's not a Jewish tradition.
There used to be.
Well, there you go.
Not over Christmas.
Yeah, no, not.
They take a break.
Just over like thousands of years.
That's right.
Yeah, indeed. And Hypergiver also points out, remember, Paul, men make the best women.
Absolutely. There is no doubt, including the strongest women.
Especially in sports.
Well, apparently, the guy that won the world's strongest woman competition was stripped of the title. So,
I'm glad you added the title. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wouldn't want to see the strip.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, turned out the woman who won the world's strongest woman, she wasn't a woman.
Yeah.
And only won by like 1 point, apparently.
Right.
So,
because he's a loser. That's why he's doing the whole shtick.
Yeah, he doesn't have to train that hard.
Yeah, it's a shtick.
Yeah, indeed.
The boxers, the female boxers that won at the Olympics. Also.
Oh, you mean well, that was slightly different. You mean like the Algerian one? I forgot the
Turkish
name
or
of the
Algerian?
individual. Algerian. I
Algerian,
believe it was Algerian. Yeah, not Turkish. North Africa somewhere. This something Khalif. Imam Khalif. Imam Khalif was the name. Yeah, that was one of the exceedingly rare cases where something actually this is not a trans individual. This is a biological male where something went wrong during the development process in the womb. So yeah, that's not a trans. It's male. Let's put it
But
that way.
it's also a culture where gay is not allowed, and so if they transition to the opposite sex, that's allowed.
Yeah,
homosexuality is not allowed in the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking at like the women's sports debate, like if you have sports like bowling or things like that, or chess, yeah, like that's fine. But powerlifting, I think we have to draw the line somewhere.
Right.
Well, let women have the powerlifting, but make sure there's actually women who are competing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like in as far as like men and women's sports, like if a dude wants to compete against women in bowling or something like that, sure. But like in powerlifting, there's a pretty obvious advantage.
And tennis, there's an advantage. There's lots of
even in tennis. What was that famous match? He was smoking.
Bobby Riggs and Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs.
He whipped her. He whipped her, and he's smoking and drinking during the whole set. It's crazy.
Yeah, you had like that famous tennis player. I forget his name. The one who was really angry all the time, who was famous for just his angry outbursts and stuff like that.
Not Agassi.
Not Agassi.
He became a sports commentator.
McEnroe.
McEnroe. Yeah, that's the one.
John McEnroe.
And yeah, exactly. And he also caught flack for when it was like Serena Williams, and he was at one point asked, why do we have to say that she's the best female tennis player of all time? Why don't you say that she's the best tennis player of all time, period? And he was like, because if you include males in that, she's not the best of all time. She's maybe the 700th best of all time.
But she agreed. She had no argument with that.
He has totally agreed several times on that.
Because she knew. She had probably played men, and
she has played like students and stuff like that whooped her ass.
Yeah,
and
but
they don't even rank in the top 1,000.
Yeah, they do. You're right.
All professional. You get to that level.
That's why it makes athletes. That's why it shocks me when you have these authorities over these sporting events that will let a male in against women, because they know, they have to know.
Well, ideology is a powerful drug.
Yeah.
I don't understand the sway it has over the participants of a specific sports, and often the parents and the loved ones.
Yeah.
Recently here we had a rugby team, not a professional one, and some news reporter was sniffing around and saying, "You've got a dude in one of these teams," and all the girls in the team, all the parents, they all gathered around to protect the one dude out of compassion or some weird psychotic.
Well,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Now in LA, it was the athletic, the black woman.
Yeah,
in the gym.
She's a hero.
Yes.
Where the dude.
Tish.
Right. And she even went to one of the meetings afterwards.
Yes, with one of the counselors or
right,
one of
I think
the
Scott
officials in California.
Scott
who was
Wiener.
really mean to her.
Yeah,
I mean, unreal, man. And she, you know, everything she was bringing up she was on point.
Oh, and she was tutted by everyone else. All these left-wing co-ops in the audience were just tutting her.
Right, but wait a minute.
It was so painful to watch.
Right.
Yeah,
but this
it was really unfortunate. It's really, you know, that you can't even listen to this person.
No,
supposedly who's on your, you know, checkbox Olympics. So
yeah,
that's right.
She's lesbian. She's black.
Gave her full credit
California.
for standing up, but the fact that no one would stand up for her was really, I mean, I think that's endemic of the problem.
Well, and then they're interviewing him as the victim.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, and he turned out to be not the most character-rich individual.
That's a good way to put it.
Yes.
He has problems and a past, but that doesn't count. I think Weinstein should have just admitted that he was trans and he would be fine.
Would have saved that jail
Would
cell.
have saved him.
Would have indeed, but
He picked being in a wheelchair, which was the big mistake. He should have gone trans.
Yeah, there's not much sympathy for that.
If Wicked showed us anything, nobody has any sympathy for people in wheelchairs.
That's right.
Exactly. Action Com says for $5. Remember when they went after Mel Gibson for anti-Semitism for Passion of the Christ? That was before his infamous crash out. Yeah, well,
the South Park episode about that is amazing.
It is. Yeah. It is.
I never saw the movie, but I understand it had its moments.
You know, I'll tell you a movie he did that I think is underrated is Apocalypto. It is
that's amazing.
Must watch Columbus Day viewing. I promise you.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Wow,
it's a great action film. There's some historical inaccuracies that are there, but you know
no way. What?
You know, who cares?
Come on,
it is a lot of fun.
It's a great action movie. That's what it is.
It really
doesn't claim to be a historical drama.
Yeah. So riveting from the beginning to end.
Yep. Jaguar Paw is the hero. It's a good movie.
Yep. Great villain.
Yep. Yeah. Amazing villain.
Great villain. Jeez.
And
strong women too.
That was the same year as the Mel Gibson meltdown, 2006.
I mean, his wife. I mean, she was incredible.
Yeah.
Great character.
Was incredible across the board.
Yeah,
absolutely was. Yeah,
he's a great filmmaker. You know, maybe he can bring the people together with some sort of Jew-friendly resurrection of the Christ character.
I'm not counting on it.
Well, we shall see. We shall.
We're blamed for everything. So
yeah. Well, you're used to it by now. So yeah.
I'm blamed for how badly this show is going.
Oh, come on.
Well, speaking of, we have last Wednesday we got a super chat that we failed to read. Sorry about that. Garvin Ambrose said for $5, everyone enjoy the customary buttered toast, popcorn, and jelly beans. Happy Thanksgiving. Also, Alice's Restaurant was the reference. So that was due on Wednesday. Can't get it up on screen. Sorry about that. We also have a couple of Rumble rants. If you can bear with me. Let's see. Horseradish Power says for $2. You just have to listen very carefully. I can't get up on screen. Sorry about that. Fun fact. In March, El Faba is published, the prequel to Wicked. It will be book 5 in the Wicked verse. There's plenty materials to make more films with. It won't end with Wicked 2. No, that's for certain.
It's making too much money for that.
Yeah, but stay tuned. We have a video coming about that, actually. And also, Horseradish Power wondered, Andre, have you watched the trailer yet for Return to Silent Hill? I'm bracing myself because it seems too much like Resident Evil Apocalypse for my liking. I will cautiously watch it January 3rd, 2026. And yeah, I did see the trailer for Silent Hill. As some of you may know, the original Silent Hill is one of my all-time favorite horror movies, whether it's based on a video game at all. I just flat out love that movie. As such, I'm excited for the prospect of the sequel. I'm not overtly, I wasn't really sold on the trailer, but I'm still looking forward to the sequel. So hoping for the best and that the movie itself is going to be good. We also had another Rumble rant. We got this one. And we have one more super chat. Yeah. We also have Tom coming in, but it's perfect because
Tom the bomb.
Barry, the music man, just said, "Free Tom, set my people free." And look and behold, here he is. Hey, Tom.
You think they're doing those books? I got something to tell you. They're going to go with Wizard of Oz because nobody gives a shit about the rest of those books.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, bro.
So, yep, sadly. And brace yourself and get ready because video on that is coming.
The deconstruction of the Wizard of Oz is imminent.
Indeed.
Tom, do you think after the Back to the Future creators are gone, they'll redo Back to the Future?
They won't have to wait for that. They're going to let them do the musical.
Yeah, but then
after that,
the musical will destroy its legacy. So who gives a shit?
in other words, yes, then the path will be cleared because they'll already have set the precedent. Then it's like, oh, now we've done this. Now here comes the remake with the same cast as the musical. Maybe some changes.
No, it'll be Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr.
Or bring back Eric Stoltz.
Nobody wants Eric Stoltz.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Somebody brought up something. You guys were talking about Stranger Things, the new season earlier. Doesn't the opening scene of this season start with some really?
I know what you're referring to. It's a lie.
It's a lie. Okay, 100% a lie. It is
100% a lie. It's
no rape scene.
No.
Okay.
No. Some idiot. Yeah. Started.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to say because at the end of the day, when somebody gets taken by the Demogorgon, they get tied up in that webbing and they have that thing on their face. But there's nothing about that is remotely what they're trying to insinuate it was.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. Sorry. Moving on.
Yeah. Moving on, we are almost rounding out there. Mr. Ticklefrunk says, one missed rant from Wednesday. Check mod chat. Yeah, I did. What we were missing on Wednesday was actually one from Drew Tipton, who said, Tom, could you explain the concept of pre-selling movies? You mentioned it a lot, but I don't fully understand. So yeah, Tom, explain to Drew and to everyone else the concept of pre-selling movies.
Well, I suggest you check out our interview with Robert Shea because he talks a little bit about it. In fact, it's the way Canon did their business for years. It's the way New Line did their business for years. It's the way Lionsgate does their business now. Basically, what they do is they'll sell a film before it's made. Right? They'll go to these markets and they'll say, look, we got this movie. It's going to have Steven Seagal in it. He's going to win. So that was a joke for Paul because somebody was yelling at him earlier about that. I saw in the chat. But yeah, so and then the foreign market's I want to buy that. I'll distribute that in my market. Here's $10 million. Right? So what happens then in that market where they paid them $10 million, even if the movie makes $100 million in that market, only the distributor gets that money unless there was a deal made on the side that says they get a percentage of the gross. So basically, they can brag all day long that they made $100 million in the Caspian Islands, right? In the middle of the Caspian Sea, for those who wonder where those are at. Ask Andy Kaufman. And there they made $100 million on the movie. Doesn't matter. They already got paid $10 million for their part of that movie. They're not going to see another dime from that area. but that $10 million was initially put towards the production. See, that's how that works out. So at the end of the day, it's kind of a, I don't know how to explain the last part of it, but Lord of the Rings was made like that. A bunch of other movies have been made like that. Andre, I know you know a little bit more about the foreign part of this stuff too, because it's all regional kind of thing.
Yeah, indeed. And basically, you already summed it up pretty perfectly. There really isn't that much more to say about it than you've said already. It's basically that you have the concept of a movie, and you take it to the various movie markets, like for instance Cannes, that's a big one, but there are others as well, where you have all of the local distributors in various countries around the world, the indies, the smaller ones, who are looking for movies to buy to fill out their own release calendar. And so these buyers, they meet with vendors, typically like these. Now we're not talking like the big movies that go through Warner or Sony or something like that. Now we're talking the smaller movies that go through, for instance, Lionsgate in the US. They don't have any worldwide distribution. So a Lionsgate movie very often will be made by an independent production company that has sold their movie to Lionsgate in the US, and then they will also have to sell it to a bunch of other countries around the world. And the money they get for those pre-sales, it's the money that they get to make the movie. And hopefully, very often, the movie is profitable before it's made. So if they're really, really clever, and if they budget well, the people doing this, they are able to actually make money on the movie before it's released because of pre-sales. And this is what Tom was mentioning about Bob Shaye. Like, unless the movie was a complete and total disaster, the Lord of the Rings movies, they were already clear because of those foreign pre-sales. There was virtually no risk to them. And Polly, you wanted to add something to that?
Oh, I just wanted to add to that, and you guys are right on the point. You're right on point. Is that and what an independent producer will do if they got a hot script? Let's say they got a mother-daughter reunites over YouTube. True story, right? They're got to go get some names so they can go and do the, like you said, the Cannes film, make the alert, make the announcements. Maybe if they get a big enough star, they fly the star in, and even before they do pre-production, even before they shoot day one, the movie has already made money. And I use this example because Marissa Tomei and Rachel Ziegler were announced to be mother and daughter in this true life reunite. UK producers then took it to Cannes with the whole announcement. They couldn't get it funded. So like we're talking like indies, and you get these two names. You think you can maybe sell a territory with Marissa Tomei's name cachet. But no, you got to, something like that. You got to be a Brad Pitt. You got to be a Danny. Or who sells in territories is Danny Trejo. That's why he does these independent movies. Stay them.
Yep.
Well, one of the other ones that I kind of remember along these lines that was similarly made back in the day was Friday the 13th. I remember Sean S. Cunningham had no fucking concept of what the movie was going to be. He only had a poster and a name. And all it was, and he put it out there in the market so he could find some investors. And that's basically kind of how it works. And then in the end of the day, they made the movie, and then they sold it to Paramount in the US and Warner Brothers foreignly. And other than the regions they had already pre-sold it in, basically. So yeah, so that's kind of how that stuff used to work. And they used to make movies all the time that way. But now the business is still similar but different. Because like Andre said, a lot of the studios have their own distribution system now set up outside the US. Warner has for dozens of years, if not more. So anyway, that being said, you also had Dr. Hugh Tipton or Drew Tipton
or Drew Tipton.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck up if he's a doctor. He earned
From now on, every person I ever meet for the rest of my life named Drew, I'm going to be like, oh, Dr. Ew.
Yeah. I love it. Ooh, tiptoe.
Looking forward to Zootopia 2. Nick and Judy are the best Disney couple.
I
What
think
feels like in what
I think it
feels
means
like
in what
ages.
feels like,
Yeah. Aside from maybe the volcanoes in Pixar's Lava Short, I haven't seen that.
Are they? I haven't seen Zootopia 2 yet. I'm going to probably see it this weekend. But are they a couple in it? I always just thought they were friends.
Well, I don't think he means romantic couple, but more like a screen couple, kind of like Bud
Abbott and Costello.
Yeah, exactly.
Our reviewer gave it a good review. Zootopia 2.
Come on, guys! It's Riggs and Murtaugh.
It says, it's the best Disney sequel, hands down. And most Disney sequels suck, of course. So.
I've heard Kiwi Kwan is really good in it.
Is he the snake or something? Maybe
he is the snake.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm very glad for the success. I have to say, I enjoyed the original Zootopia tremendously. So I'm glad to hear that.
I just rewatched it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Wow, this really holds up."
But I thought this one has the first lesbian hippo in it or some shit.
I don't think that's actually a thing. I think just a lesbian plays the beaver character, and people were trying to say that the beaver character was if that's not on the nose.
Oh boy!
Right?
Nice.
ActionCom asked me and Chato if we would collaborate on an official Midnight's Edge comedy film list. Well, I did say the other day we could do a much better list than what that variety one was.
No, but you guys need to do a comedy, a Christmas comedy special. You and Chato.
I already did a Christmas special with the boys over at Comics Division, and it damn near killed us.
Oh no!
I did one last year on Tooneytown Wrestling. I did a pro wrestling puppet a Christmas special, all in rhyming verse.
Golly, you guys put a lot of work.
People forget that I did that song. I Want a Midget for Christmas.
Yes.
Speaking of midget for Christmas, has anybody seen? Have you seen Roof Man yet?
No, I kind of thought about watching it because it's like it sounds interesting, and I do remember the actual story when it happened.
Yeah.
But no, is it any good?
It's cute. Not a happy ending, but it's definitely stacked when it comes to casting.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was paired with some other movie.
They recreate a 2004 Toys R Us store right down to the Tickle Me Elmos. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was paired with some other movie on Vudu, and I thought about it just because I'm like, it might be worth it just for the two, but
yeah,
money is tight. So
comedy films list. I mean, I think there's enough if you watch my video, the number of suggestions that people have offered in the comments pretty much represent.
I think that not just that, but that day you and I came up with a good list of ones that weren't there already.
Yeah.
So
my two egregious mistakes was not recognizing Strangelove, Dr. Strangelove as a Peter Sellers movie, and also forgetting about Animal House. But I will argue that Mad World, although people mention it all the time, I've seen it a bunch of times. It's not that funny.
It's not really.
Yeah,
it's not really. Although it's always put on the best comedy list, but I'm willing to keep it off of mine.
It's stunt casting.
I think you got more upset when I reminded you about Pee-wee.
Yeah,
that should have been on. I completely
the first one.
Yeah, Big
Adventure.
And Ace Ventura 2.
Did you guys put up This is Spinal Tap?
Oh yeah,
it was there, but they were idiots and they had it way down the
list. Way down.
And they had it lower than 11, which was
right. And they needed to have 2 Monty Python movies on there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Life of Brian. Bad News Bears on there. We could relitigate this all day.
Yeah, we could do. No, we don't have to do it again.
Yeah. No. Yeah, but okay. But you guys should do a special together, you and Tom, where Chato writes, the Jews actually saved Jesus, but make it a musical, Tom.
The Jews save Christmas.
We did.
Then it would be a Jewsicle.
You certainly did. Rocking around the Christmas tree. That's great.
Tom, that was good.
Something there.
Rudolph is actually a metaphor for a Jew trying to fit in. That's actually that is what the song is about.
Yep.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Reindeer. Written by a Jew and one of the great Christmas songs of. Yep. Yeah,
you emphasize that J a little bit too hard, Chris.
Do I?
I have concerns. Yeah.
Shlomo.
Just call me Mr. Hebrew.
I'm going to call you Canadian because really.
And you know what? We are people, not we're not identified by our religion. We're identified.
So you're
by
identified
who we
by
are.
your nationality. You are Canadian, sir.
I am a
I just identify you with your terrible jokes sometimes.
Oh,
Come on, make me laugh.
That's fine. Terrible.
Make me
joke.
laugh.
Make me laugh, clown.
I've laughed this whole show.
Yes.
There were some good
I
ones
mean,
earlier.
There's some really good Jewish jokes out there. Many. So. Listen.
I'll get with you later on how to properly pronounce Jew.
I identify you as being the spoiler king after.
Spoiler king, no doubt.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Shadow's the guy who walked out of Empire Strikes Back in theaters going, man, I can't believe Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father.
I can't believe the Titanic sunk.
I can't believe Bruce Willis was dead the whole time.
Wow.
Eturiel has been here
Was,
for 20 months.
History
So
of the
too,
World Part 1 or any silent movie on that list?
No, Malbert had some love in there. He was fine.
Okay.
The other one, the most egregious thing on that list to me that bothered me the most was probably the absence of any Harold Ramis or John Hughes films.
Really?
Like there
Yeah,
was like
no-
zero.
No planes,
Stripes?
trains, and
No
automobiles.
I just
Nope,
saw
no
it the other night.
stripes.
Stripes?
I think planes, trains, and automobiles did make it.
Nope, it did not.
Nope, it did
Uncle
not.
Buck.
Nope,
Not
not
an
a
Uncle
single
Buck.
John Hughes movie.
But
Not even
Planes,
Home
Trains
Alone.
was like the height
Home
of John
Alone?
Hughes.
Nope.
None of the teen comedies like 16 Candles. Not a single. Okay, here's the one. No, here's one for you, Paul, that I remembered the other day. John Hughes that we didn't even mention. I'm like, how the fuck was Ferris Bueller's Day Off not on that goddamn list?
Oh.
One of the most quotable comedies in history.
Yeah. So I mean, to
Life
me,
comes at you pretty fast.
I wouldn't have put Stripes on only because it's not part of the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wanted
Ghostbusters
to keep
deserves
my
that
list.
spot, yeah.
Ghostbusters is not on the list. So anyway,
Yeah, Ghostbusters probably more culturally impactful than
all of them.
Benjamin or Stripes.
And
Oh,
Animal
for-
House belonged there too. Like
Yeah.
hardly any love for certain ass, and then tons of French movies that didn't even fucking belong there.
Oh, but those I didn't mind them because it kind of expanded the interest in comedy. But they just picked the wrong ones.
I conceded with you.
I got creamed for like I didn't even consider Wet Wild American summer or whatever because it's just
Red
awful.
Hot America.
That's not
It's
a good
fine, but American Pie should have been in that spot.
Yes, I would put American
See-
Pie over Wet Hot American
Yes.
summer.
You need a new list. How many was it? Top 10?
Top
100.
100. But the one thing
Top
I will
100?
concede with Paul is some of the older films that were on there that I didn't recognize, but those foreign ones, just get rid of them. Get rid of them. The only one that
I
probably belonged
disagree.
there was La Cage of Full of
La Cage aux Folles.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not top American comedies. It's
Yeah.
comedy. Can't just be. I mean, unless you do an American list, then it becomes a different thing.
Well, the thing is that it was the most influential, right? How influential has it really been?
Which
Yeah.
one?
La Cage
You
aux
know,
Folles?
all the people, all the non-American movies on the list.
That's the point.
If
yeah.
they
that's
have been influential, they need to be there.
There's a couple of them.
If they, I know. And if they really are influential, if they are more influential than other movies on the list, or they are really important to film history, they need to be there. I don't think that all of those movies that were there deserve to be there.
But I think that's a good criteria.
Yeah.
I think if it has it been influential, and do we repeat elements
Yeah.
of the movie like the two Monty Python films?
Yeah.
So,
Like, for
but that's a
instance,
different list. If we just if
Jacques
that's the
Tati
important
needed to be
category-
there because it was influential.
Yeah,
But at least one of the two of the others that were there, I would say have not been influential. Or I can mention other foreign movies that were more influential. Like, for instance, this thing that they said was there instead of the Pink Panther when it came later even. That's not influential in the slightest. Shouldn't be there.
No. Yeah, no,
I mean-
there was other problems with that list. Like the whole
SOB
thing.
wasn't influential at all, but it is hilarious.
Yeah, no, like I said, like the Jim Carrey thing bothered me too because
Yep.
yeah, Ace Ventura is fine, but The Mask or Dumb and Dumber are
the Dumber
infinitely more
one,
quotably, you know. And I couldn't believe Christmas Vacation wasn't at least there.
Yeah.
Some
Anyway,
other
let's
ones.
keep going.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Let's not forget.
But Tom and Paulie
Yeah.
are a couple, get into Thunderdome. Well, here's the problem. I'm Master Blaster. And what does Master Blaster do?
Tom
Paulie,
and
what does
Paulie
Master
getting-
Blaster do?
Master Blaster, didn't you die?
He runs Bartertown.
No, that's the
Yeah.
team. I'm thinking the big guy. The big guy.
Yeah, the little guy on top of the big guy. He goes, I
No.
am Master Blaster. What does Master Blaster do?
No, but he
Master
didn't fight
Blaster
in
runs
Thunderdome.
Bartertown.
He didn't fight in Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
No, I know, but remember, he puts Tina Turner in her place, remember?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He's like, you run Bartertown.
Yeah.
That's right. I run Bartertown.
All right, yeah. Tom was-
Ram Bam 3000 says, I do recommend the movie The Choral. It's set in 1916 and stars Ralph Fiennes as a chorus master with suspect national loyalties, training a local choral society to do justice to Elgar's dream of Gerontius. I said that right. Why? This doesn't sound familiar at all.
This is
Never heard
news
of
to
this
me,
one.
but thanks for the
Yeah.
tip. I have to check this out.
Yeah. Thank you, Ram Bam. And then Rod Thunderheart's in the house. How you doing, friend? Says,
Hey,
did you
glad
guys
to
know?
see you here.
Yeah, he's been missing us because we've been changed our time, I guess. He's what he said to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes, did you guys know Canadian Thanksgiving is older than American Thanksgiving? We had it longer than you guys. Like
Nope.
about 80 years more, folks.
Nope, not
Happy
true.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Oh, yes,
The-
it's true.
No, the inciting event was beforehand, but it was not a recognized national holiday until after American Thanksgiving was.
I'm pretty sure we killed Indians way before Canada existed and ate them for breakfast. That was what that was, right?
We had our Thanksgiving before you.
Yeah, we just
Thanksgiving
came
was
in and slaughtered a bunch of
1619 was our
But
first.
I think you guys didn't make it a national holiday until after we made ours a national holiday.
There was a 1619 Thanksgiving, 2 years before the Jamestown one. I was listening to this old historian talk about it. Hey, what's up? And yeah, you guys were having problems with local tribes since the get.
Yeah.
I mean,
Either way, both in Canada and the United States, the Indians sacrificed and celebrations were had afterwards with the Thanksgiving. And then that's the state today, and I'm not going to argue on who did what first. Just like who had the first dinner and when did it become a tradition?
And then
We
we got
had the first brunch.
probably. And then 70s Rock Fan is here. How you doing, Brian? Says Latino Slant Paulie, is it true your Christmas tradition is pumping iron with the boys down on Venice Beach? Well, that sounds
No. But I sure do. I was gonna say, no, I'm not gonna say it. And Bromy's right here. Wow.
But you would if she wasn't, huh?
Christmas tradition, tamales. We're gonna be eating tamales, and we have lots of leftovers.
Yeah. We're going to have Taco Friday today. Actually, that's Norwegian
Taco
tradition.
Friday in Norway, really?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But to be clear, when we have taco here, it's not actual Mexican taco. Because
No,
what
it's
we
dead
have is-
fish.
what we have is Tex-Mex that is further Norwegianized into Normex, and that's what we have here.
Tex-Mex is good.
Yeah,
What the hell is
Tex-Mex.
that?
From Texas, man.
yeah.
They throw
No,
more cheese on it.
Normex. What the hell is that?
Not too dissimilar from the taco in
It's a
Texas.
taco with a dead fish in it. That's what it is. Come on.
It's a taco
That-
with
that's the next
a flagon of mead next to it.
This has been known to happen.
Anything else we got to do today?
I think that's about it. I think we are fully caught up. I have to run. I have a video to finish for you guys on the Wizard of Oz. So Tom needs to brace yourself for that as well. And I'm sure that the rest of our esteemed panel also have places to be and things to plug. Marvin, for instance, I know that you have articles coming, plenty.
Yep. Articles coming on That Park Place and geeksandgamers.com. But tonight, we are doing a special episode of Toonie Talk TV at 8 p.m. It is going to be our first game stream. Myself and my co-host, we are going to be playing Mario Kart tonight. So it should be a lot of fun. Come join us. If you want to see what Lauren Connor is like playing Mario Kart, which I can't wait to see. It will be fun. We're going to be 8 o'clock tonight on the Tooneytown TV channel. Mario Kart, be there.
All right. And how about you, Paul?
Muted.
You're muted.
Don't tell him. Let's just see if he goes through the whole thing.
Sorry, I'm just going to enjoy myself this weekend. I'm probably going to go get another appalling news out, and also working on the TV Guide video before the end of the year.
About time. Chris, what you got going on?
Now Chris is
my
muted.
karate is not as good as my kung fu, but one day it will be.
Chris is still
Go see
muted.
Kill Bill in theaters, December 15th.
I'm trying to be like Paul, and I aspire for higher things.
As you should.
Yes, sir. Bleedingfool.com, at Bleedingfool. We got stories going up all weekend. Most of them are very fun. Nothing biting, no hard news type stuff. We'll leave that to Marvin, and we'll just have some yucks over on our side. Although maybe my wife and I'll play a little Mario Kart tonight and turn on the stream so we can join you guys at 8:00.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Bleedingfool.com. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
And this is episode 801 of
This.
Midnight's Edge in the Morning.
Marvin, did you get to plug your wares?
I did.
He did, but Paulie
Mario
didn't.
Kart. Yeah. In light of the genocide caused by the Pilgrims and the history of Thanksgiving, I'm going to have a live stream tonight, and I have on all my Indian brothers and sisters, and we'll get to talk shit about Thanksgiving.
You should watch Apocalypto.
You're all
We'll watch
wrong.
Apocalypto.
The natives were all black.
The names are
Oh,
all
no.
black.
Really?
I don't know.
According to Netflix.
I might do some. I don't know. I might do a membership live. I don't know, guys. But support to everyone here. Subscribe to everybody. Support everybody here on the channel.
Yeah.
On the panel.
All right. Excellent. Have a great rest of the weekend. Be sure to check back later for a video drop. And with that, it is time to bring on the koalas in the rain.
Love you guys.
Koalas in the rain, koalas in the rain, no fucks given. Koalas in the rain, koalas in the rain, no fucks given. Koalas in the rain, koalas in the rain, no fucks given.